channel, Carol Bassi Studio, and today I'm gonna make a red tulle skirt, very fluffy. So, and also think about to make a corset, but probably the video is gonna be too long, so this video is going to have like two parts. It's idea that I have for the Valentine's Day, and here's my drawing. So I think it's gonna look very cute. So let's see to the end what the final project is gonna look like, and thank you for watching. Okay, we're gonna start with the pattern for the lining. Okay, I have this lining that it's polyester, is very shiny one side and is not shiny on this side. So in my case I'm gonna do like the no shiny side is going to be the front, because I don't want this shiny here to go through the tulle. I don't think it will anyway if I use this, but it's better be safer than sorry. I really don't like when the shiny side. So anyway, I have just a small piece of this fabric here, and this piece is 174 for 90 centimeter here. If you're going to buy a new fabric for this project, make sure to buy enough for a full circle skirt, because I think it would look much prettier. But in my case, I don't have more fabric. I'm gonna go for the half circle skirt, that I'm just gonna fold this fabric. Suppose this is the fabric, okay? And then I went to the Mood Fabric website. They have like a skirt calculator, and then I found out the radius, and then here's the radius. Mine is 21 something, and then we're gonna do like this. And then in my case, I'll go max that I can here to take most of this fabric I can. So it's gonna look a little bit like this, my pattern. So I'm gonna cut off just for you to understand how it's gonna to look like. So it's going to look like this when I cut this fabric. Let's see, it's going to look like this. Okay, now we are going to talk about the tulle that I'm gonna use together with the lining. So this is a very rough tulle, so it's very hard tulle. I don't know how to explain to you, but it's very like meh, you know, probably can stand itself, this tulle. I'm gonna use this tulle because to give more fullness for the skirt, you know, and then I don't need to use so much of the thin tulle. Let's suppose I already cut my lining, and my lining looks like this, okay? And here we have that very rough tulle, right? I'm gonna fold like it is folded here on my table, just because I think it's easier to show you guys how I do things than move my camera all the time. So what I'm gonna do, I measure here the size of the skirt I want, and I found out that I'm not gonna sew, I'm not gonna make a skirt out of this tulle here, this rough tulle, because I'm afraid that it's gonna be too much on the waist, okay? So I measure, and under my, how say, hip, under my hip is going to be like 20 centimeter, and from here I want to sew the like a gathering of this tulle, just to give me fullness to this skirt, okay? So, and let's suppose it's going to be 30, I think it's going to be 35 centimeter, and then I'm gonna cut 35, and then I'm gonna cut another 35, and then I'm gonna sew. You can cut 3 times. I think in my case it's going to be 3 times. And then I'm gonna take all this rough tool and sew here, and I'm gonna sew another one here. Let's pretend that is this one here. And then I'm gonna gather, and then I'm gonna sew all this long gather piece. I'm gonna sew here on my lining. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. So here is the half skirt, and I already overlock there the bottom, and also I overlock on the waist and on the side seams, because this fabric is very bad quality. So yeah, like I said, I don't want to spend more money to buy more fabric, so I use what I have. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the shining side as the wrong side of the fabric, okay? Because I don't want this shine to be seen through the tulle fabric. So what I'm gonna do, I mark 12 centimeter here. In my case it's 12 centimeter, and then I'm gonna sew all way down here, and I'm gonna leave this 12 centimeter open, because later I'm gonna make like waistband, and we're gonna sew a zipper there also. Okay, so here is the lining. Remember, we cut the line half circle skirt. So my line is basically done. I overlock the waist, I overlock the back seams, and I sew already the back seams, and I left open 12 centimeters here for applying the zipper after. And I already did the hemming with horsehair braid. I like it to use horsehair braid. So it looks like this with the gather rough tool sew on. So I'm just going to remove the gather stitch and start to make the second and the third skirt. Okay, now it's time to cut the skirts from this medium weight or hardness tool. I don't know, I think this is a normal tool that often we can find in stores. It's not that rough, but it's not that soft, but it has like a stretch, one-way stretch, yeah, just one-way stretch. So this tool is actually 2 meters and 80 wide, but I got 3 meters of this tool here. So since the tool is very big, so I'm gonna make in the mini version. So in this small fabric, I will show you how I'm gonna cut the big tool. Pretend this is the big one, okay? So what I found out how long I want the first skirt to be and the second skirt to be, okay? In my case, it's going to be 50 and 21 here. So here's the 3 meters, and here's 2 meters and 80, okay? And I found out let me take a pen and then I can show you. I found out actually the fabric is stretched on this way. So I have to cut this skirt here, because if you cut the skirt this way, that stretch, I'm afraid after I sew all those gathering, it's gonna happen something there. So yeah, so you're gonna do like a normal fabric. You're gonna cut the skirt if the fabric is stretched on this way. Okay, I'm gonna fold because I think it's gonna be easier to cut off this. Let me just iron a little bit. So I'll take here 50 centimeter, and then I'm gonna cut. Okay, let's pretend that here is this here. Okay, I'll cut twice. And for the rest, let's take 21. That's not perfect, but just for you to understand how I'm gonna do. 21 and 21. So and then with the rest of the fabric, after you cut this here, you're gonna take the rest 21. Okay, so I don't know how many pieces actually is going to be. I'm gonna do it and then I will let you know, and then we're gonna cut so all those small pieces here together. Okay, like this. And then it's gonna be a very long one. So I cut it off already on my tool, on the medium one, 2 pieces like we talk about. Mine is 50 and is the same size as the wideness. You could go a little bit shorter for the skirt that is going to be under, to not be so poof here. So maybe like half meter is smaller than the one that's gonna come on top. So it's something, it's up to you if you're making this this skirt. So after I cut all the small stripes that is going to be here, on my case it was 9 pieces, 9 times 21. Okay, so what I did, one skirt is going to have 4 and another one is going to have 5. So you're gonna sew all this piece together, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, let's say, and then you're gonna gather everything together. So to gather this amount of tulle, it's actually 3 options you can use. You can use the normal gathery stitch that you just pull, you know, twice, or you can definitely use this new method that I saw is very nice. You have these elastic threads. Let me see if I can remove. Yeah, mine doesn't want to come off now. Here it is. So you can use the elastic threads on your bobbin case. So in my case, I'm using my vintage sewing machine because I think it goes very well. So you can use this method also, or if you have a gathering foot, I think it can work also very well. So and then after we do the gathering sorry, sometimes I just miss my words. So you can sew here on the both skirts. Oh my god, even my example. But of course this is just it's gonna look pretty, okay? So we're gonna have 2 skirts that's going to look like this, and then we can go ahead also and close them at the back, and then we need to gather up there now. After we're gonna connect on this skirt on the lining that we made before. After we did the two skirts with the medium mesh, the medium weight tulle, we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go and make the one skirt with this very soft mesh or tulle. I think it's sold as a mesh because it's very soft, okay? So I'm gonna use 4 meters, and the wide is 145, and 4 meters of this tulle, okay? And then I'm gonna make like just a long skirt, 50 centimeter cut. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do. So the soft tulle is 2 meters, no, 4, see, even me, 4 meters and 145. Okay, so because, yeah, I got confused because I actually got 2 meters first, and then wasn't enough, and then I went there to the store and I got more 2 meters. But of course, if you have like a 4 meters, much better, because now my skirt is going to have side seams, unfortunately. So I'm gonna fold here. Here's the stretch, is going to this way, 4 meters, okay, and then I'm gonna fold one more time. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut 50 centimeters here, okay, and then it's gonna be 22, 22, and 22. I remember that's going to be a little bit left here. I think it's gonna be 3 or 4 22 centimeters here. I really don't remember. I did this skirt yesterday. So anyway, and then I'm gonna cut, and then I'm gonna sew all those small pieces together in a long, and I'm gonna gather it, and I'm gonna sew on this 50 here, okay? Here it is. This is what we have. Can you see? Very long skirt. Yeah. So I wish I could have just a long piece, and then that is going to be at the back. In my case, I'm gonna have 2 skirts like this, so I'm gonna to have the side seams. What make me think I'm probably going to have the zipper also at the side of the skirt, because I don't want to have another seam cut here at the back of this skirt. Before I sew all the skirts together, I'm gonna make a waistband, and my what I did, I measured my waist and I'm gonna divide by 2 and add seam allowance, because this is a leftover fabric I have. I used this fabric before, but it's a very good quality corduroy. So, oh, something white here, it's fine. So I'm just gonna cut the stripes, and in my case I want the waistband to be 4 centimeter. So I'm gonna add 1 extra centimeter for the seam allowance, and also I'm gonna fold, so it's going to be 4 centimeter plus 1 seam allowance, plus, because it's going to be the line at the same time, right? And then it's going to be on fold 5 centimeter. Okay, so I'm gonna cut 2, 1 for the back and 1 for the front. So I'm gonna take the wrong side of the lining. Remember, my wrong side of the line is the shiny one. So I'm gonna take the wrong side with the right side. And I'm gonna pin, and I'm gonna sew all the way around the lining. So it's something that I have to show you. After I sew the waistband, I'm gonna sew an invisible zipper. I'm just using a visible zipper, but I'm not gonna use sew the way that's going to be invisible, actually, because we have so many layers to sew the skirts around the waistband. So this was the easiest way I found. Actually, the zipper will be exposed somehow. So what I did, here's the wrong side of the zipper, here's the right, and here's the wrong side of the skirt. So it's the wrong side of the zipper with the wrong side of the skirt. So I start to, this is my right hand, so, and then I sew here, because later, looks strange, right? But later when you enclose this lining here, that's going to look nice on top here, and the other skirts will cover this zipper. I think I'm gonna give another stitch here just to not show that overlock. So the zipper now look like this. Right, so he's going to be exposed. So now I'm gonna open the zipper, then I'm gonna fold like this. Then I'm gonna fold here the corner. Then I'm gonna sew. I'm gonna sew here. So let me do the same with this one. You see? Inside, fold. Maybe I sew a little bit too long this one, but I can cut off. It's going to be like this. Then I'm gonna sew here. zipper is here, and the zipper is going to be exposed, like I said. And I'm probably gonna go afterwards on my machine again and do a little bit more closer here to be a little bit more invisible here on top, like this. Oh, I think I hurt my hand. So anyway, what I'm gonna do now, we're gonna turn and leave it like this, turn, and then we're gonna start to sew the skirts here on top of this one. We're gonna start with the one. Wait, almost fall. So we're gonna start here. We're gonna start from the opening. We left like 12 centimeter opening here. Here in the corner, I'm gonna show you, it's very tricky. Oh, something happened here. I think I pulled too much this skirt when I was trying. Anyway, so we need to start to sew the tool from here, exactly on this corner, okay? But from there, it will look strange if you do like this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to my machine, and then I'm gonna give some straight stitches here until here and stop. And then I'm gonna turn where I stopped, and then I'm gonna bring all this fabric away, and then I'm gonna sew all the way around. And I'm gonna do the same with the end. I'm gonna give like straight stitch open here, but when I have the chance, I will turn all fabric away and sew together like this all the way around. And then I'm gonna do like this with all my skirts when I sew all around this with the 1, 2, 3 skirts. Yes. And of course, I forgot to mention, here's the front of the skirt. So every time we're gonna sew a skirt on top of these layers, is the front that's going to be up. It's more important with the last skirt because it's going to look nicer. And then after we are done to sew all the skirts, and then when you turn, and of course we're gonna cut all those ugly lines, and then it's going to look like this. So it's going to look nice. So you're gonna hide all that ugly seam allowances. And then when you close, it's going to look nice, I hope. So I have a lot of hope, but at this point, makes me sad to look at this lining. I don't like polyester lining. I don't like this shine and this cheap lining. But I don't have another one. I can't go and buy a new one, so at this point I have to use this one. So let me show you. All the layers are here. Can you see? All the layers are here. So the last layer I just sew, here's the front of the skirt, okay? So now I'm gonna turn the belt to cover all this ugly seam here. And then we're gonna turn. Here's the inside of the skirt, and here's outside of the skirt. We're gonna fold, and we're gonna sew here. So I pin this side so you can see how it looks